Yeah, so William hurt John hurt Mary Beth hurt for no apparent reason. You had Craig David singing to Dennis Quaid and good old Randy Quaid. And Craig T. Nelson sat eating a T-bone steak with Mr. T. Everyone was high on life. You could have picked up Cameron Diaz or a few plain yellow or blue diazepams. Peter Sellers and Byers were trying to get a good Jonathan Price about Ezra Pound until they heard 50 Cent. Axl Rose and Robert Plant were singing for George Bush, Roger Moore and Sally Field in Shane Meadows, with John Gardner staring out at Billy Ocean. Brad Pitt fell down a hole looking for California, and Doris Day was driving Michael Knight crazy, while Diana Dawes listened to Handel. Chris Penn and Sean Penn were seen arguing over a pencil. Mark Strong and Arnold Schwarzenegger were desperately trying to get out of Nicolas's cage. Madonna had locked them in to see who could get out first, without her help, of course. It was absolutely bizarre. I mean, how could you believe all this was going on? Lauren Holly kissed Holly Hunter. Tony Blair and Selma Blair finally got to meet the Blair Witch in James's Woods. When Fred Ward signed up for ER, Sean Penn began acting like a prima donna, and suddenly Michael Caine threw Lance Henriksen at a bunch of Zulus. Joe Cocker bought a Cocker Spaniel, and Jurgen Prochnow went up River Phoenix on George Raft, looking for his boot. Kelly Brook was up Jonathan Creek without a paddle. It was proving to be one of those blooming nights when Jeff Daniels got pissed up on Jack Daniels and Richard Dreyfuss was fussing over the bar prices. Amongst all this, Russell Crowe was arrested for biting someone's Jack Russell. Poor Edward Woodward came out in a stutter. The horses and hounds were seen chasing Chevy Chase in Helen's Hunt. James Blunt was acting rather sharp for a change, impersonating Frank Sinatra. Meanwhile, John Candy still had a massive Peter Boyle on his arse from eating too many sweets. Halle Berry, Jack Lemmon and Christina Applegate all got in a William Pickle over Sean Bean. Robert Knott signed up for P.I. Shoestring and was seen celebrating with Peter Stringfellow while Maxi Priest exchanged vows with Carly Pope. Now this time Bess Armstrong rattled Nicholas's cage, and Terence stamped on Benjamin Bratt. Patricia kneeled Leslie Ann down, and Jessica Rabbit found Warren Beatty and Sarah Rue playing the streets to Diane Lane. Anyway, with all these men about, we're all shouting out, is John Goodman, Morgan Freeman, Scott Freeman, Hugh Jackman. Alan was the only lad, and Kirk was the only Douglas. Paul Walker loved his runner beans more than Dennis Hopper, and we all waited for the animals. There was Laurie Metcalf, who turned up with Peter Coyote, Michael James Fox and Jamie Foxx. They all brought the farm workers, Sam Shepard, Jack Warden, and along came George Baker and Elizabeth Taylor, just for the evening. Shelley Long and Claire Short came from the UK, with Kenneth Welsh and Scott Glenn. What a night. Joan Plowright did her Field of Dreams, and Alberta Watson and Katie Holmes planned their next Tom Cruise together, with Bo Derek and Clive Owen. The Dom Perignon made Angelina very jolly. Wes Bentley took Glenn Ford home in Robert's red Ford. We went outside A.J. Cook, Lawrence Fishburne and Kate Blanchett all had a Stephen Fry up, along with Lee J. Cobb at the Barbie drinking from Jodie Foster's six-pack. We missed Ted King and Steve McQueen, but thank God for Nina Hagen and Vasundhara Das. The music was from Clanard, and there was a massive clan, of George Kennedy, Jamie Kennedy, Nigel Kennedy and Maria Shriver. They were all listening to the dead Kennedys. Oh, I gave a quick wave to Will Smith, Jade Smith, Lane Smith and Jamie Smith, and lastly but not least, to Ellen Burstyn, because I really had to go and I must find somewhere to go to the loo. I'll leave you with my good friend Gerard Depardieu, because I really am bursting for a French oui, oui, oui. Mes amis. See you soon, mes enfants du paradis. Don't look now. Here's Johnny Depp with his Vanessa Paradis outside waiting for a taxi. That's all in my book, Cornucopia. Z. Doughty.